Today we're going to show you how to make $50 an hour flipping thrifted finds. We're just going to use a few simple products, some items that we thrifted, and a simple technique to get them done and make them look a whole lot better.
So to accomplish this, we need to get these done fast. Minimal repairs on these pieces. We paid $17 total for all of the stuff we're going to be working on today, and by the time we're done upcycling it and thrift flipping it, it'll be at $73 value. We're going to use about $6 in supplies, which puts us right around that $50 an hour mark.
We're not counting paintbrushes or stencils because those are items that we use over and over again, and we're using just a little bit of leftover paint. You can see these cans are covered in tons and tons of paint. This white is going to be doing double duty. I'm going to use it to paint a few things, and then I'm going to also use it to stencil this sign. So we're going to get started. I'll use this brush for stenciling as well as for waxing, clear wax here, and we've just got one pack of JRV stencils. If you want to pick up these products for your own thrift flips, you can go to jamirayvintage.com. We have a full line of paint products for all your DIY needs. These already have the dark underneath, so the mint with this is going to look amazing. Zeb is using beadboard on these candlesticks because they already have a great gold base. When you're thrifting, look for a base color that's going to look great wet distressed through. That's going to save you a step. We're using two brushes, but you could totally just use one brush and wash it in between. I told you I was down to the end of this. One of my little pro tips is this DIY paint is so pigmented that when you get down to the tippy end of your project and you need to finish it, like legit, there was probably this much paint in here. I just add a tad bit of water and I brush all the sides and get any paint that might have dried out. Scoop it down to the bottom, and then I'll have enough paint to finish these little projects. Same thing with that white. Didn't have very much in there. We'll do that to get full coverage and get every last cent out of our paint. One of my favorite things for thrift flipping is stencils. JRV stencils are awesome, and I actually specifically designed them to be used over and over again by makers and flippers. I got tired of buying stencils that always broke and weren't well made. I'm going to be using the JRV words pack. It's things that we say a lot, and today's stencil is good enough because today is good enough. So one of the things I'm doing when I'm designing stencils is always thinking about their end use. I find these signs everywhere, so I kind of designed these particular stencils to fit well on this style of sign. I'm going to take and hold this down. I've got my stencil brush. I've offloaded it, and then I'm just going to pounce it, or you can do the swirl method. It just takes a tiny amount of paint to stencil, which is good because we don't have a lot of paint left. All right. Ta-da!
I'm just going to wet distress this. It's only got one coat of paint on. We usually wait to do any kind of touch-up until after the wet distressing is done. That way we save on paint, because there's going to be some flat surfaces that look a little streaky once I'm done with the wet distress, and I don't want to just wipe all of the paint off if I second coat this before that step.
I don't have a lot of flat surfaces on what I'm working on, so I'm just using my watered down mint chip mixture to get down in all the cracks and fix anywhere where it looks just a little bit streaky.
On this one here, I pulled off a little bit more than I wanted to on the wet distress. So I'm just going to come back with what's left in the can and just re-hit that. That'll dry pretty fast. And then I'll just come back and really carefully wet distress the edges again, just on that one spot. Everything else I think is fine. It looks how I want it to look.
I'm going to have just enough paint to finish these little projects. I probably had less than 1/4 of a sample, so 2 ounces of paint. That's about how much it takes to do little projects like this. Be careful not to overwork your paint because there is a lot of water in it this time, and I don't want to pull off what I've just laid down. I'm going to show you the bottom. It is so satisfying to finish a thing of paint and be able to be like, okay, I can now officially toss this. So Zeb is to the clear waxing step. I'm just going to be wet distressing mine and pulling back that original black base. Like I said, when you're thrifting, look for base colors that will look good wet distressed. It's going to save you a step. Time is money.
The clear waxing portion is really easy. Just need to make sure you get coverage. Honestly, if these were for my own home, I probably would not wax them unless we were doing a decorative colored wax over the top. But this is clear wax. We don't know what the end user is going to do with it. We want it to be nice and durable, so we're going to cover it and seal it up because the DIY paint is porous.
I like to just get the areas damp that I'm going to wet distress, let them sit for like 30 seconds, And then I come back and hit them again, and then that paint just comes off because it just allows it to soak a little bit on that area. The longer your paint dries before you wet distress, the harder it is to get off. I'm just clear waxing these to seal them so that way they're ready to go on our website, which is jrvhome.com, and in our store in Lehi. If you don't have a website or a little store that you sell at, you can also just sell on many online platforms. There's lots of ways to sell your thrifted finds.
We're just gonna take a second here and buff off the excess wax. You don't have to go crazy on this step. Let it dry and cure for about 24 hours. And then if you really want to shine your wax up, you can buff it to a sheen if you're wanting that look. We like the flat matte look, so we're gonna leave them as is after this buffing here. Comment below with your favorite items to thrift flip. I think it'd be fun if we could all see what everybody's doing and maybe get some ideas and help each other out.
We get asked a lot why we share these tips when we're trying to make money doing these things, and we have found that since we've started this, it has been great to share our business and grow with other people. If you want these paint products, you can go to jamirayvintage.com. To find our antique and thrifted items, we'll drop a link to jrvhome.com. Stay tuned to the end of this video to watch us show you another treasure find that we love. We teamed up with We Bargains for a Target return palette. We'll drop the link below as well as our discount code. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
We are so excited because we are going to be working on unboxing our We Bargains palette. It says influencer on it because this was a brand deal, but truth be told, this is not my first palette.
No, we've got one on our own and then we're like, we liked it, so we reached out to them. This is Target.
Oh, it's Target. It is Target.
You know, this is very convenient since we are going camping in about an hour.
And that I can get like a massage
I think it does.
while I'm at the lake.
Lay flat on it.
That's nice.
It's all hard plastic inside.
Oh, sometimes when you get them, they're not hard plastic and they leak, but that's cool. Oh, so like a his and her situation?
Yeah.
Are they both igloos?
Yeah, they're both igloo. I think they knew that I need to hang some curtains.
I need like 8 of these shoe organizers.
An Ellsworth 2-door wall cabinet.
Hold on, it says Team Lift.
Team lift.
It's a desk.
It's a whole desk. Is it 5-piece?
Hold on. This is for my pool.
I'm excited about that. It's a 4-person dome tent. I feel like this palette is completely tailor-made for our living situation right now.
We actually already have one of those.
But we got 2 people that might need them.
My dad takes it to the gas station. My mom can get the red one, and this can be my dad's.
Yeah, because he goes walking. Odelia takes Grandpa to the gas station, which is just around the corner, and they go get a pop. And he takes his walker just in case. He can walk pretty good, but he takes it in case he needs to sit and have a break.
That's nice. I don't even know how much those are worth.
Oh, we have so many of these. Yeah, we have so many Hot Wheels cars. Okay, this is ours.
I actually previously saw this because it was on the edge. I'm pretty excited. Mini fridge. Backup.
Oh, it's a backup, like a hard drive backup with power built in.
We totally need that for YouTube. I'm like, what? I always wanted this, but I never wanted to buy it. And then it came on a pallet, and now I own it. That's not my style, but I could definitely sell it on the website.
Getting down to the big stuff here.
All right, I'm running out of space.
Look at the top on that.
What? Well, that'd be cute for the backyard.
I can't hold this one up. It's heavy.
Cambridge riding desk.
It's like a bar stool, but it could also be used as like for a desk.
All right, so that is the entire We Bargains palette.